Hi, hello, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Jess and sorry, look a mess. Ooh, rhyme. This is really impromptu. It's Monday. It is 6:56 and we got back from the airport less than an hour ago. We picked up Bebe. Sorry, he is not here. He was with two Frenchies all weekend, so he is exhausted. He could barely keep his eyes open. I gave him a bath. He's sleeping now, but I wanted to film this really quick to put up when you're watching this on Tuesday, just to address a couple things, and then a normal video will be out later in the week. I'm trying to be better in general, so just bear with me. Also, I do not have a microphone for this camera yet, so I'm not sure how good the internal mic is. I'm not putting in the other microphone I did last time where I messed up the sound, so I'm trying to sit closer to the camera. I hope you can hear me, but I'll go ahead and get into this. So my video that I put out on Friday, which was talking about Sarah J. Maas and then kind of cancel culture and some unknown bookstagrammer that was spouting nonsense, and then kind of where we blur the lines in censorship. So I did read some comments like at the airport on Friday and then some coming back, and so I just wanted to clear up a couple things. So with that, there were a lot of different perspectives on my conversation about censorship, and some people were like, yeah, but like we're not a large enough party or power to really censor anything, you know, like we're not the government. It's more censorship when they do that. There was just a lot of good discussion, and I'm not done responding to comments, so not to say anybody was saying anything wrong, just saying there was a wide range of discussion. Some people agreed, some people had different thoughts or different interpretations, and I love that. But I just wanted to touch on that because I feel like I'm not trying to be out here be censorship police. You could do what you want to do, but I just wanted to be clearer, I guess, because I don't always feel like I'm clear in the moment, and then I watch it back and I'm like, did that make any sense? I don't know. But anyway, so I was trying to look up definitions of censorship, and I was so mad I found one that used censorship in the definition, and I'm like, don't do that. But anyway, I was reading this, I guess you can call it an article from ACLU. And so I just want to read a part of it. And so they said, what is censorship? Censorship, the suppression of words, images, or ideas that are offensive, happens whenever some people succeed in imposing their personal, political, or moral values on others. Censorship can be carried out by the government as well as private pressure groups. Censorship by the government is unconstitutional. In contrast, when private individuals or groups organize boycotts against stores that sell magazines of which they disapprove, their actions are protected by the First Amendment, although they can become dangerous in the extreme. So I thought that part was important, that yes, it can be done by the government, but also whenever anyone, some people, some private group uses their personal opinions, moral compass, political affiliations to impose that on somebody else. And so we have lesser power. Obviously, we have seen numerous examples of authors the book community has collectively canceled, how they are doing just fine. Like, our power is very much limited, but that doesn't mean that people can't have effects on others, because I think at this point I'm at 21,000 subscribers. If every time something happened and I said do not read from said author, I'm not trying to like be pompous or anything, but I would think that there would be people who would be like, okay, well, I'm not going to read them anymore. And that's not my place. That is your place to take in the information, do more research about it, and then decide. I'm also probably not going to edit this video a lot because it's so late that I'm filming it, but I just want to say that that's kind of the perspective I was coming from. But at the end of the day, everyone's going to do what they want to do. I'm just here to I'm just here to share the information, and then you do with it what you will. I really need to practice speaking. Then the second thing is there were a lot of comments about Sarah J. Maas and how we shouldn't equate somebody being Jewish to being a Zionist. And I just want to reiterate that what I shared in that last video were things I saw on Twitter. So I saw someone tweet, SJM is a Zionist. They shared those articles, which I shared. And then I was referring to threads and tweets from other people who said, because Sarah J. Maas said this, she is a Zionist. I'm just reporting that information. That was not me saying that, a personal statement. So just putting that out there, I was just relaying that information about the current conversation regarding Sarah J. Maas. And I have been off of social media for the most part of the weekend since we've been out of town. But to my knowledge, let me see. I mean, unless she posted a story that disappeared, there are no new posts on her Instagram, so I don't think she has addressed it unless I missed it. Someone let me know, but I did get tagged in things on Twitter over the weekend, so I would think somebody would tag me in something, but I haven't been through my Instagram DMs, so maybe she did. But at the moment, I was just relaying that information. So that's what I wanted to say. And then 3, some people did bring up a good point about the bookstagrammer that I was trying not to bring attention to. And they were like, well, I know what you mean about like trying to ignore them and not give them attention and engagement, but everyone doesn't know who it is. How can I know if I'm acted on Bookstagram who this person is, so I know not to support them? And it's just this really hard line. Like, I don't want to bring more attention to it. I know these videos get decent views, but then I also want to bring your attention to it so you know who this person is and, you know, their beliefs and what they're about. So I'm just gonna tell you who it is, and then whatever. It's not gonna stop them. It's not like all of a sudden all of their followers are gonna unfollow them, but I'm doing a lot of this, and I'm sorry if that keeps making the camera go out of focus. So the person came up in a video last year. It's Sweet Sequels on Instagram. Her name is Haley. And what I talked about in my last video where she was featured, she had some asinine post about Breonna Taylor and her boyfriend and how, you know, it was, you know, those cops aren't guilty or some nonsense, just some fuck shit. And she's very like anti-abortion, and if you cared about Black lives then you wouldn't have an abortion. Like, she's literally ridiculous. And so the post that I was talking about says, a warning to woke bookstagram. If you keep canceling authors, eventually you will have nothing left to read. And then she shared a quote from Fahrenheit 451 that says, colored people don't like Little Black Sambo, burn it. White people don't feel good about Uncle Tom's Cabin, burn it. Someone's written a book on tobacco and cancer of the lungs. The cigarette people are weeping. Burn the book. Serenity, Montag, peace, Montag. Take your fight outside. Better yet, into the incinerator. Funerals are unhappy and pagan, eliminate them too. 5 minutes after a person is dead, he's on the way to the big flu. The incinerators service by helicopters all over the country. 10 minutes after death, a man's a speck of black dust. Let's not quibble over individuals with memoriams. Forget them. Burn all, burn everything, fire is bright and fire is clean. So the caption says, enough is enough. Bookstagram is beginning to look like the setting of a dystopian novel, and I don't like it. Friends, if we continue to cancel authors for every infraction, minor or major, real or imagined, eventually we will have nothing left to read. Let's go down the list. Emily Duncan writes about blood magic in her fantasy novel, Anti-Semite, cancel her. Sarah J. Maas supports her Israeli family, Zionist, cancel her. J.K. Rowling believes biology is important, TERF, cancel her. J. Kristoff criticizes a black woman's comment, racist, cancel him. Dr. Seuss made a racial stereotype, bigot, cancel him. Stephen King, Naomi Novak, Michael Crichton, J.M. Barrie, Tamora Pierce, Brandon Sanderson, Amy Kaufman, Cassandra Clare, Marissa Meyer, Orson Scott Card, Rainbow Rowell, Isaac Asimov. Cancel, cancel, cancel. I could keep going, but I don't have space. Meanwhile, observers are told, don't buy their books, don't read their books, don't post about their books, or you'll be canceled too. In Fahrenheit 451, Captain Beatty, the fire chief, tells our protagonist Montag about the history of burning books. It all starts with people being offended by what they're reading. It's better that books don't exist at all than to have uncomfortable feelings because of them. In the dystopian setting of Fahrenheit 451, it is illegal to own books. It is illegal to read books. Ideas are dangerous and therefore must be banned. If we want to live in a society without books, we'll keep canceling the people who write them. If we want to cripple and destroy art, we will continue in this trajectory. The books that remain, if any, will be limp, lifeless shadows of story as we used to know it. If you love reading, stop canceling authors. Join the Society Against Book Banning at the link in my profile. I would just like to go back up to Dr. Seuss. He has never been canceled. He had older works that did have racist images and stereotypes in them, and then his books, you know, became better. And his own foundation decided to stop the printing of like those 5 or 6 books. That was it. No one's canceling Dr. Seuss. But of course, people like this don't like to read the whole story, which is funny because she said we're running out of stuff to read. She obviously ain't reading. But that is who I was referring to. And she's just literally full of nonsense. Like, oh my God. She has a pro-life t-shirt. Like, you're not pro-life, you're pro-birth. And then you don't care about people after that. I'm so sick of this goddamn agenda. And of course, she can push whatever she wants, but like, I'm serious about if you're following that kind of person, that tells you don't care about me. Hey, just a quick clarification. When I said if you're like following her and you believe in those ideals, that you don't care about me because of her past comments that she's made about like Black Lives Matter, about Breonna Taylor, and saying, and the people that she cites as qualified Black voices are like Ben Carson and Candace Owens. And so yeah, she ain't for me. She's not for me, for my people, for people I care about. So that's what I was meaning. I agree with nothing she says. And she doesn't give a damn about people unless they do this, they qualify this way. There's always circumstances for people like this on what they consider a life that's worthy. And I don't fuck with that. So if you fuck with a person like that, you don't fuck with me. And then there was a later post where she said, time to announce June's book club pick. This must be for their anti-canceling book club. And of course, it's The Tyranny of Big Tech by the fuckwad himself, Josh Hawley. Senator Josh Hawley, who had his book deal ended with Simon & Schuster, but it's still being distributed by Simon & Schuster, but it was picked up by a small conservative press. And so, of course, that's going to be their book club pick for June because, yeah, oh, big tech tyranny as you're posting from your fucking smartphone. God, people get on my nerves. But anyway, there's more posts. I'm sure people will flock to her account and read them because people, are engaging with her so that she makes some more ugly art and talks about why is she holding people accountable. And I love that she said we have to stop canceling authors for what they want and we need to let art be out there, but she loves to limit a comment. Okay, you should let the comments stay open then for that discourse, honey. So that's who it is. It enrages me because people like this do not care about people like they pretend they do. You can flash your Bible quotes and post your cute little picture and talk about being pro-life and how all of us people who are pro-choice are so evil and we don't care about children, but you don't care about people past the time that they're born. Because not always, of course, but a lot of these people with these same thoughts who are very much President Trump was a good Christian man are the same people who don't want programs like welfare programs and Section 8 affordable housing, food, food credits or food stamps, whatever they want to call it, EBT, things like this funded. But so you don't care about human lives though, because I don't care what you think of the parents. Some people are struggling. Okay, the system is set up to make people fail, make it hard for people to succeed. Maybe they have a drug addiction, whatever addiction, which again is an illness. There's different reasons why people need help. But I don't understand, if even you can't understand why that adult needs help, why would you punish the children that you're on this campaign to save? You wanted those babies to be born, but now you don't want them to have a free lunch at school? You wanted them to be born, but now you don't want to have affordable housing so that their parents can put them in a safe place so they can have somewhere to play outside so they can be prepared for school the next day? It's just like life, a baby is born, and then they live this long life. And somehow these people seem to forget about that, and it drives me fucking nuts. Or our country wouldn't be this way if people were truly pro-life. Children wouldn't be hungry, and people wouldn't be starving and losing their homes and getting kicked out of apartments and making more money on unemployment than they're making from their actual fucking job. I'm getting enraged because I'm enraged. I'm mad about all of it, and I just get mad at these people who are so fake in their caring because you don't care. You just want to take away someone's right because you think that is what we are designed to do. That you're put on this earth to have a baby and to submit to a goddamn man. And it's a fucking joke. It's honestly a joke and it's sickening. So if you get down with Sweet Sequels and her message, that's great. But please, don't be over here because I don't fuck with that. So now everyone knows who I was referring to. You see the depths of her foolery, nonsense, bigotry, and hatred. And so do with that what you will. But know this, if you follow her, I don't follow you, and that's my right. That's not canceling a person. That's saying, hey, I don't want you in my circle because you don't give a fuck about me or the people I give a fuck about. And I'll end with this because I know there's always people who are like, well, we can agree to disagree. And so I say, we can disagree and still love each other unless your disagreement is rooted in my oppression and denial of my humanity and right to exist. We can disagree and still love each other unless your disagreement is rooted in my oppression and denial of my humanity and right to exist, mine and anybody else's. If it comes to a question of human rights and we're having an argument, we're not having an argument because it's over. I don't have time for that. So I'm sorry I got riled up, but that's the end of this video. Regular tea will be coming later in the week, and other things and announcements. Then also on Saturday, which is June 5th, I'm gonna be a guest on Brown Girl Book Club. Their live show, their pick for May was Root Magic, so I'm so excited they invited me. I love that book. I read it earlier this year. So it's gonna be on Jessica's channel. That's Jessica Nicole Dickerson. I'll have a link below where you can set a reminder. It is at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so that's 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and what time does that make? 9? Wow, I don't even know what time it is my time zone. I should figure that out. I think it's 9 p.m. Central European time, which is my time zone, but I'll figure it out. I'll leave the link below. I hope you can join us, especially if you've read Root Magic, because it was so good, so I can't wait to gush about it. I'm actually listening to the audiobook again just to be fresh on the story. So there's that, more positive end to my rant. But if you like this video, like, subscribe, check out the description. I've always got information links there. And I hope you stay blessed, hydrated, moisturized, and sunscreened. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Nigel, are you still tired? Are you still tired from your weekend with your friends? You still sleepy? He's so tired. You just want to scratch. Oh, boo-boo. Are you tired?